Well, this one is going out by special request. My son Nico asked for it, so I decided I would make a video. So Nico, here you go. Well, good day everybody. Today we're going to be making strawberry banana jam. So let's get started. What you're going to need is 2 of these 32-ounce containers of sliced strawberries, and you can find them in the frozen section at the grocery store. And then we're going to be needing 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. You're going to be needing a box of pectin, and you're going to be needing 5 bananas, and you're going to want at least a half of a tablespoon of butter, and that's just going to help keep the foam down in the cooking process. And then last, we're going to be needing 6 3/4 cups of sugar. So what I want you to do is to get out a cast iron frying pan. I want you to add your sliced strawberries, and then we're going to peel our bananas, and we're going to slice our bananas into the strawberries here. Okay, I just want to talk about the bananas that we're going to be using. You're going to be wanting to use any that don't have bruises or anything on them, such as this one. And then you're just going to want to go ahead and just slice them all into the strawberries here, all 5 of them. Okay, we added our bananas, so let's go ahead and add 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Okay, you're going to want to take this over to the stove and put it on like a medium-high heat, stirring occasionally, and we're going to cook it until we soften up the bananas a little bit and the strawberries just a tad more. And then I'm going to take my immersion blender and I'm going to give it a few quick zips with that, and you'll have the consistency that I'm looking for in the jam. But I'll bring you back and we'll show you along the way what I'm all doing. So take this over and to the stove over a medium-high heat, stirring it occasionally. Alright, this is what it looks like when we just first now put it on the stove. And I'm going to keep bringing you along and keep showing you the steps. Okay, I'm going to take my immersion blender and I'm just going to break this down a little bit. So just do that a little bit more and I'll bring you to the next step. Okay, it's time for us to add our pectin, and I'm using the Ball Classic Pectin. So you're going to be needing 6 tablespoons. Okay, let's go ahead and stir that all in. And then you're going to want to bring this all up to a boil that we cannot stir down. And when we're at that point, you're going to want to sit there and add our sugar. But I'll be bringing you back to that point when we come up to a hard boil. So be sure that you stir in your pectin very well. And keep stirring this periodically until you come up to that hard boil that we cannot stir down. Don't forget to add your butter. And keep stirring it periodically. Now the butter is going to help with the foaming that's happening in the jam making process. It's just to help keep the foam down. If you don't want to add the butter to it, you don't have to. Okay, as you see, it is now just starting to come up to a boil, hard boil, medium boil, somewhere's right in that area. We have just a tad bit longer because I can still kind of stir the boil back down, which you don't want to be able to. You want to bring it up to a boil that we cannot stir it back down. And then you're going to want to add your sugar and stir that in. And after you get done stirring that all in and bring it back up to a hard boil, you're going to want to hard boil it for 1 minute. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to continue to stir in my sugar and bring it back up to a hard boil. Okay, we got the sugar all stirred in now, and keep stirring it. You want to bring this up to a boil, and you're going to want a boil that you cannot stir back down. Boil then for 1 minute. Okay, it's coming up to a full boil. And now let's start our timing process for 1 minute. Okay, our timer went off, and I'm going to now bring this over to the table so we can start ladling it into our canning jars. Let's go ahead and ladle into our jars. You're going to want to leave 1/4 inch head space. Just a tad more. Right about there. Okay. Go ahead and dip your paper towel in a vinegar solution, or vinegar, I don't know why I keep saying vinegar solution, but vinegar. Go ahead, wipe the rim where your lid would go. And I do the thread part as well. And then grab your lid. Grab a ring. And now you're going to want to finger tighten. And we're going to continue to fill up the rest of our jelly jars here. And there you go. I finished jarring up my last one. And I got 10 half pints out of this recipe, with some extra left over in my cast iron pan back here. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put these in my hot water bath canner, and we're going to bring our hot water bath canner back up to a full rolling boil, or a hard boil, and then we begin our timing process of 10 minutes. And there you go, strawberry banana jam. Now how easy was that? I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to share, like, and subscribe today. And y'all come back now to hear